Hello again, everybody. This is Sam. Um, this is a video that's a long time coming. I announced that this album was coming out, I guess the day or two after they announced it. The album in question is Latest Record Project Volume 1 by Van the Man Morrison. And this is a double album. He hasn't released too many double albums on CD. Probably his biggest, I would say, is Hymns to the Silence, which came out in 1991. So this was really exciting to get double Van Morrison, and as you know, if you're a Van fan, he's been very prolific in the last 7 years or so. He's just putting out albums, sometimes 2 a year. Based on the title of this album, the Volume 1 aspect of it, and there's the record. The way that he moves, he's likely to put out the second half, the end of the year. I haven't heard anything, but that's my guess, knowing Van. But hold me to that come December. So this album came out, oh gosh, I guess it's been 2 weeks ago now. I'm filming this on May 15th, 2021, and I believe it came out two Fridays ago. So I'm 2 weeks late to the party. Part of that is because I actually just finished listening to this album yesterday while I had my breakfast. So I haven't been able to give a full, breakdown of anything. And really, to be fair, because of the time that I have to listen to music during the day, I've only been able to listen to this album one time. So once, one run through per disc. Like I said, this is a 2-disc album. This is the deluxe bookcase version, and you can see it's kind of bound like a little hardback book. So it's not cardboard. It's like a book size, and there's no pictures, but it's lyrics. There's an example, just lyrics and then credits for the musicians. And I ordered this. I guess initially, let me start with the music. Let me just do the music first. It's 28 songs, 14 tracks per disc. And when the album was released, you might have noticed the song titles. Some of them were a little weird. For example, one of them, Why Are You on Facebook? They Own the Media. Let's see, what's another one? Double Agent. He's Not the Kingpin. One that has a word in it, I'm not going to say, but you'll know which one I'm talking about. It's on the second disc. This album got a really harsh review on Rolling Stone, and I've talked to a couple people about the review that came out where they were just saying, Van is just a grumpy old man, and this is just washed up music, that it's just repetition in the lyrics. The title track, Latest Record Project, which was one of the early singles, it's a lot of call and response, like Have You Got My? And then the background singer's Got My? Latest. It's kind of like that. And Van has always been in the jazz vein, and jazz is nothing but repetition. Even the greats, even on Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, there's a bass motif that flows constantly. And with the Love Supreme by John Coltrane, it's a thematic thing. And Van will be the first one to tell you that he plagiarizes his own music. So if you hear a Van Morrison song like Crazy Love from the Moondance album, that's going to be the same melody almost as Tupelo Honey, and then also from the song Why Must I Always Explain from Hymns to the Silence. So, repetition in Van's world, it's not a new concept. He's been doing it since the 70s. So, I digress. The music is very good. I've told you my infatuation with his last album, Three Chords and the Truth, which came out 2019, the end of 2019. Maybe might have been early 2020. I think it was late 2019. So this is a long period of time between Van Morrison albums. Musicianship is fantastic. One of the things that I noticed right away was that the bass really seems to be in the forefront. on this album, and really good organ solos. The organ playing was just fantastic. My favorite song on the album is from disc one. It's called Psychoanalyst Ball. Just classic Van Morrison. I mean, again, it's 28 songs. I'm not going to run through every song. That's why you have, Spotify. You order the vinyl, the CD, whatever. So the first album, the first CD is, I guess I'll say, more melodic. The first few songs on disc two opens up and it's just boom, 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 just killer songs. Then it kind of trails off maybe a little bit. It gets really kind of R&B, bluesy. So you might get some repetition there. Plus on the second disc is where he's a little bit more, I guess where their grumpy old man assertion comes from is from the second disc. But again, compared to some of the stuff that's out there, I mean, it's just Van. I mean, this is his pandemic record, and things that he was reading on in his magazines and seeing on the news. I mean, just like anything that writers write about, it's going to be about current situations. So I don't fault him for any of the topics on this album. And again, you can take these topics with a grain of salt. I mean, they can be universal, they can be pandemic related, what have you. But it's not really a political album when you get down to it. Overall, I think it's a very good album. I think, compared to Three Chords and the Truth, it's not as good. Again, with 28 songs, you're going to have more opportunity for poor, filler songs and things like that. But I was very pleased with it, especially after reading the review before I got the album. Now, I know some people are having trouble getting this album. I talked to my friend Randy from Randall Nelson. Check out his channel. He's a big Van Morrison fan, and he still hasn't gotten his pre-order yet. Now, where I was going to go before this, before I got into the music, was I pre-ordered this when it was released, and I originally pre-ordered it from Amazon, and because I couldn't get onto Van's website, it was only shipping for UK customers. It wasn't shipping for the United States, because they were selling, signed Van Morrison merchandise and different bundles and things like that. And I really wanted to get signed, especially when I saw the price on it. It was just too good to pass up. Eventually, his website opened up for global orders, and I was able to purchase something. Now, with that being said, I did order one of the Van Morrison bundles. Also, this is the this is the hype sticker, which I kept, and this is why I bought it. There's his signature, Van Morrison. You can see that it is Sharpie. You can see it glistening there. Now, the way that this was advertised, so what ended up happening was I bought 2 copies with the intention of my Amazon non-signed copy to be my plain copy, and then my vanmorrison.com copy to be my showpiece. But my understanding was that it was going to look like this, that it was going to be on the CD, because that's how it was labeled on his website, when in fact I got the CD. I didn't see the autograph. I was afraid that he just gave up on it and they just sent it out anyway. But what they sent out in these copies was this little insert, which doesn't have anything on the back. So that was a little disappointing. I ended up with 2 copies anyway. Gave one away as a gift, which was fine because it was for my mom, and she's a big Van Morrison fan, so she was happy with it for Mother's Day, and it was an easy gift. So it was disappointing that I didn't get it signed on the CD cover itself, but I'll frame that little piece of cardstock and have it on display once I get a music room up and running. And another part of that bundle, which is kind of cool, I haven't worn it yet, but I got this cool shirt which has the album artwork on it, which isn't my favorite artwork, but it was part of the price, and you know, I could always use an extra t-shirt to sleep in. So there's my review of latest Record Project Volume 1. I'm going to be around for Volume 2 comes out. Let me know what you think of the album, and go spin some van. Take care.